invited now to an NBC special presentation, the Tournament of Roses Parade. Live from Pasadena, California, the National Broadcasting Company presents the 103rd Tournament of Roses Parade. Celebrating Voyages of Discovery with your host from Night Court, Miss Marcia Warfield, and Joe Garagiola from Today. The 1992 Tournament of Roses Parade is being sponsored in part by cool, refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. It's pure chewing satisfaction. By Cherokee, apparel, footwear, and accessories. Make yourself comfortable. By Nutrisystem, Nutrisize your life. And by Honda, maker of fine quality automobiles. Test drive a Honda at your local dealer today. And now let's join Marcia Warfield and Joe Garagiola at NBC's Rose Parade headquarters.
Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Marcia Warfield.
And I'm Joe Garagiola, and Happy New Year and good morning to all of you. It's great to be back once again to host what's got to be one of the most sensational shows on earth. It's NBC's coverage of the 103rd Tournament of Roses Parade.
That's right. I had a ball last year, and this year's parade promises to be even more spectacular. Our theme is Voyages of Discovery, and it celebrates the dreamer and all of it. So wake up and get ready to be entertained, because in a few short minutes, Rose Parade number 103 gets underway.
Hey, how'd you like that wake-up call? I tell you, it's going to be a great day. 60 incredible floats, 22 magnificent marching bands, 275 fabulous equestrians, and 2 noble grand marshals. In fact, one of them is a direct descendant of Christopher Columbus. The other, the great-grandson of the Cheyenne chief, Chief Black Horse.
And soon they'll be sharing the spotlight with our beautiful Rose Queen and her court, along with some of our favorite stars when the 1992 Rose Parade gets underway. And it looks like we're going to have a beautiful day here in Pasadena. The temperature right now is about 50 degrees.
But it's going to get up in the 70s, and you know, they talked about rain a couple days ago. They said it might even rain on the parade. It hasn't rained on the parade since 1955, and it's going to be a gorgeous day. And right here in Pasadena, it's even more beautiful because of the parade. And for those of you who may not be familiar with Pasadena, with the setting, it's a terrific little city located just northeast of downtown Los Angeles. You know all about it.
I sure do. And the parade assembles on Orange Grove Boulevard and makes a sharp turn on Colorado, where the world-famous Norton Simon Museum of Art is located. Providing all goes well, it then proceeds smoothly for 5.5 exciting miles.
It's all going to go well. The excitement of this parade always attracts a huge crowd, as you've seen already. 1 million people line the parade route each year. Some of them, I'm telling you, are quite serious about their parade viewing. They bundle up for the chilly nights, and believe me, it was chilly last night. They camp out for days along Orange Grove and Colorado Boulevard just to see this parade.
That's right, and a few hours ago when it was a lot colder, we sent a courageous NBC camera crew out on the streets to talk to some of these enthusiastic parade watchers.
Okay, hi, I'm Myrna Rohr from Hemet, California, and our kids are in the band. 230 kids from the Hemet High School are playing in the Rose Bowl. My kid plays the saxophone.
And we're really happy to be here, and we are looking forward to them. They're number 86 in the parade.
Right.
Hi, my name is Brooke Reynolds. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, and this is my first time actually seeing one of the parades. I see them on TV, and now I get to see the actual floats, and it's really neat. I'm enjoying myself. I've been here since August, and California's great.
My name's Gloria Chavera. I've been coming out with my family here now for about 9 years. Spending the night only since my little one can handle it. Since she was about 3 years old or so. She's now fast sound asleep. But we love it. This is the only way to spend the New Year's. We think it's great. The floats are great, the people are great, the bands are the greatest. Really enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Penny Thomas. Working on this beautiful float for the Better Homes and Gardens. It's just been more fun and so many detailed work for it. We've enjoyed every minute and every hour that's gone into putting this gorgeous float together so that people on Colorado Boulevard can have the best New Year in the whole world.
My name is Cindy Taminga, and I'm a member of the Pasadena Tournament of Roses Association. And I'm here on Formation area, getting ready to put on the parade. I've been here since 6:30 last night and worked all night, but the people have been great, and it's fun to see the parade all come together. Just now it's a little cold and trying to keep warm by this fire.
I'm Carl McKay. I'm from Utah. I got here at the parade route about midnight, relieved my brother who came down earlier about noon to get a spot. I haven't been here for 18 years, bringing some people that have never been here, and they'll arrive in a couple of more hours, but wanted to make sure you could get a good view and see the flowers up close on the floats. Wish everybody in Utah a Happy New Year.
Okay, the name's Bob Kelly. We're from Bakersfield, and we have been to the parade 4 or 5 times in my lifetime. I first came with my grandmother, who lived in Bakersfield back when I was 5 or 6 years old. And we generally watch the parade from this area right here between here and Orange Grove, and find it quite challenging. Happy New Year.
Climb under the covers.
Hey, I'm Richard Troyer from a little north of here, and we've been coming down here for about 50 to 55 years, started as children, and we really think it's a great thing to be down here and watch the Rose Parade, and we enjoy it, and we want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope they all come next year for the New Year's Parade.
Happy New Year. It looked like Santa Claus took his suit off to be here for the parade. Didn't he look like Santa Claus?
He got his holidays mixed up, but we're glad he's here.
Yeah, we're glad he's here. And those that look cold, don't worry about it. The sun is out, they've defrosted, and they're ready for the parade. And we've got just hours of great parade entertainment ahead as we salute those who dare to dream and embark upon Voyages of Discovery during the 103rd Tournament of Roses Parade. And it's live from Pasadena, California, right here on NBC. So I'm counting on you. Don't go away.
With its powerful 16-valve engine, double wishbone suspension system, anti-lock brakes, and a driver's side airbag, don't just think of it as a wagon. Think of it as an Accord with a bit more space.
Come on and nutricize your body. Stop!
I've been nutricized. I went from a size 12 to a size 6. Now you could do it too, for a lot less. For a limited time only, lose 10 pounds free. Start to nutricize your life. Lose 10 pounds free when you call right now. But don't wait. Call 1-800-321-THIN now and lose 10 pounds free for a limited time only.
When you're comfortable, there's no telling how far you can go. Cherokee. Apparel, footwear, and accessories. Make yourself comfortable.
I crave snacks, but sometimes those calories have to be tabled. No problem. I've got Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. The great taste I love and only 10 little calories. Instead of munching, I enjoy pure chewing satisfaction.
If you had to use one word for this crowd, I'd say anticipation.
Well, they're pretty enthusiastic, too.
They are that, and we've got cameras all through this parade route to try to capture the beauty of this entire parade. In fact, we have one some 80 feet high. Marcia volunteered to go up there, but then...
No, he's a little braver than I am, but we need him up there so we can get every minute of the parade.
They line this route And I tell you, yesterday we were here. It was really amazing to see how early they get here. 8 o'clock yesterday morning.
Well, they don't have guaranteed good seats like we do.
That's right, and the sound is starting. Here they come. This is always the official beginning from California's best, and you can just hear them and feel the enthusiasm as they come down the parade route. They're just going to clear it out, make sure plenty of room for these floats, and I'll tell you, we had the privilege of watching them as they put the flowers on the floats and getting them ready. They've got some mind-bogglers going.
That's true, and I'm glad these guys aren't coming to get me.
Why would they want to get you, Marcia? No way. Tell you, you see a lot of the youngsters here, but everybody's a youngster today. The little boy, the little girl inside that body really jumps out at a parade.
There's the man from Glad.
Not really. One of the Tournament of Roses officials to distinguish themselves, they wear these white suits. And they do look like the man from Glad.
They do.
Blankets, jackets, sure, because it is a little nippy, but it's supposed to get into the 70s, and how can it be cold on parade day? And we were all hoping that the rain would stay away, and it did.
Yeah, we're glad about that. But you know, these floats could probably take the rain. I don't think it would stop the parade.
Oh, no, they would be able to take it, but when you start to think about the record, not since 1955 has it rained on the parade.
Well, in 103 years, I think they've seen a little bit of everything.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Now, that little guy, when that parade starts, I bet Mama wakes him up. It was something to watch those who had camped out. They come from all over, Fort Worth, Texas, Utah, and why not?
They have full gear. They have everything. They turn the streets into a mini city.
It's like a Mardi Gras kind of a situation the night before. Nobody left a wake-up call. Leave a wake-up call for that guy. Can you imagine that? All that great network television time and he's asleep.
Well, some of us miss our big shots and some of us miss our big shots. Well, stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment with more live coverage of the Tournament of Roses Parade right here on NBC.
You've done a lot of hard things in your life, like going back to school after all those years. Being a student again seemed impossible, but a lot of things seem impossible until you do them. Like losing weight. Just call Weight Watchers. Our new quick control plan puts you in control fast. Weight Watchers knows you've got it in you to get it off you. We'll show you how.
Now, you get all new chances to be a millionaire at American Family. You can be the winner of this million or that million and on to the biggest prize of all, $10 million. Watch for the only sweepstakes with my picture. All new $1 million prizes and the $10 million you can win just weeks from now. Be sure to enter the only sweepstakes with my picture. Last chance before I announce the winning number next month. Hurry.
And we're getting ready once again for the Tournament of Roses Parade. But you know, if you're like me, you wonder about what's the economic impact. I asked for these statistics.
You mean how much does it cost?
How much does it bring in?
Oh, how much does it bring in?
$65 million in tourist dollars. $65 million. You could almost buy a used catcher for that. You know that? And the Tournament of Roses Association donates $13 million to the Pac-10 and the Big Ten conference schools combined. So, in addition to the enjoyment, there is a lot of good being done. And here we go, Marcia.
Are we starting?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well,
go.
We begin our Voyages of Discovery with a display of the colors by the United States Marine Corps Mounted Color Guard. They're all active duty Marines from the Corps base in Barstow, California, who volunteer for this extra duty. This is their third appearance in the Rose Parade. The history of the Horse Marines dates back to the 1830s, and the color carried by the Guard is similar to the one carried across the battlefields of Europe during World Wars I and II and the Korean and Vietnam War.
Very colorful. Kind of rare indeed to see a Marine on the horse like that, for me at least, huh? You can hear the crowd start to react.
It's a great way to get things started.
Now, back again for its 48th consecutive Rose Parade appearance is the West Coast Composite Marine Corps Marching Band. There you see them. The group is made up of musicians, 4 West Coast Marine bands. They get together each year just for the Tournament of Roses, so why don't we just listen?
Our first float in the parade. Sponsored by the Spain 92 Foundation, this beautiful entry commemorates the 500-year anniversary of Christopher Columbus's voyage to the New World in 1492. Columbus's 3 ships, the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria, have been recreated here in authentic detail.
Take a good look at this one because the sponsors were given special permission to build this float oversized in order to more authentically represent the magnitude of the 3 original ships. If you're wondering, that float is 83 feet long and it's way beyond that 55 feet limit. Now, over the years, the floats in the parade have certainly become more elaborate and costly, and if you're wondering, today they can cost $100,000 or more, and I'd have to say more. Now is La Banda Primitiva. It's the oldest band in Spain and was founded in 1819. That band from Liria, a town known as the City of Music, located on the east coast of Spain. And there are 16,000 residents in the town, and we're told there's a musician in every household. A lot of happy homes there.
Hello, my name is Carmen. I come from Spain and here with the Banda Primitiva de Liria in Valencia. And what I would like to say is that we wish you a very, very happy New Year and we welcome you in celebrating the quincentennial next year in Spain.
Be great.
It would be if they're not learning their music.
Well, no, these guys are all accomplished. I mean, if they're learning, we would stay with them. But it'd be like having an Italian wedding every weekend. Music, happiness.
Well, they sound pretty good now, so obviously the practice has paid off.
Practice has paid off. watching the parade. I don't care what you do. If you go out and get the coffee and you're in the parade, it would be great.
But to come all the way from Spain, they've been coming for how long?
Making that turn is really a work of art. Especially for the tuba player or the guy in front of him.
You know, I marched in a band in high school, and that is probably one of the hardest things to learn how to do. The guy on the outside has to take little bitty steps. The guy on the inside takes little bitty steps. The guy on the outside has to swoop around. And
did you play an instrument or did you just march?
Well, I was supposed to be playing an instrument. But basically, I just marched.
Just marched, I see. Okay. Kind of bunching together, aren't they? Closer to you than normal? I hope so.
Once they make that turn.
Spain's premier horseman, Alvaro Domecq. He'll be coming up. And there he is, Alvaro Domecq. He leads a special salute to 500 years of the Spanish horse in America. Joining him, look at that horse prance. Joining him are his wife Maribel and other members of his family. Now they're riding purebred Andalusian stallions. That's one of Spain's greatest contributions to the New World. Take a look at their richly embroidered costumes. They date back to the 17th century.
And now headed our way are the co-grand marshals of the 103rd Tournament of Roses Parade, His Grace Cristobal Colon and Congressman Ben Nighthorse Campbell. As you may be aware, there was some controversy surrounding the selection of the Grand Marshal. And the decision to have co-Grand Marshals this year was made in recognition of the fact that Native Americans, as well as Christopher Columbus, made historic voyages of discovery.
Colon, who you see right there, is the 20th descendant of Admiral Christopher Columbus, and Campbell is the great-grandson of Chief Blackhorse, and he's the only Native American presently serving in the Congress. He's also a member of the Council of 44 Chiefs, Northern Cheyenne Tribe. Display of fantasy and imagination. It's a bird, and it's a very big bird that we have soaring high above the crowd, courtesy of China Airlines. Tales of the Phoenix is what they call this entry. It's depicting the majestic Chinese bird. The phoenix is believed to have lived for 500 years in ancient China. And legend says that wherever this benevolent and mysterious bird travels, all other birds gather to pay it honor.
You know, Joe, this big bird rises to a height of 42 feet and has a wingspan of 27 feet. We see it gliding over a Chinese arched moon bridge leading to a flaming fire pit.
What a gorgeous sight. Well, not only are other birds gathered to pay it honor,
the Rose Parade is so much fun. It's definitely family entertainment at its best. And down on the street enjoying the parade with all the moms, dads, and kids is Patricia Callenber, better known as Georgie Witzig, the unflappable sister on Sisters.
Yeah.
Patricia, you having a good time?
Oh, Marcia, we're having a great time. My son's interested in looking at the bird right now. Oh, it's beautiful. Listen. Stay tuned to NBC because live coverage of the Tournament of Roses Parade will continue right after this. Happy New Year.
limits. Cherokee. Apparel, footwear, and accessories. Make yourself comfortable.
From Little Caesars, 2 pizzas, 2 Crazy Breads, plus 2 servings of Coke Classic, all for $7.98. It's enough food to make a family meal into a party.
Check this out. Ouch! I'm sick of dating. You gotta fake it. So much madness, you just can't take it. Hey, don't go through this. I know what feels good. While the best thing's always so misunderstood. Just give me what the doctor ordered. Just what the doctor ordered. Hey, give me a Dr. Pepper. We want it. Whoa, just what the doctor ordered. The taste is made to order. We love it. Dr. Pepper now.
How sweet is the sound of the Pasadena Area's Community College District Honor Band. This band is making its 63rd consecutive performance in the Rose Parade today, and these young musicians are students from Pasadena City College and local high schools, real favorites. One year they marched backwards in this parade. They are really something.
Propelled by a hot air balloon, a fanciful ship makes its way over floral waves in this whimsical entry from Long Beach, California, entitled Discover the Treasures of Long Beach. And one of its jewels is the famed Spruce Goose, which is depicted in the figurehead of the ship.
And if you're wondering, the balloon is made of chrysanthemums, straw flowers, and sweet rice. The waves are a combination of blue and white irises, stocks, and orchids. The city of Long Beach first sponsored a float in 1915, participated in the parade for 75 years. Long Beach.
Now, these are some beautiful animals. The Camarillo White Horses Equestrian Unit. These white horses symbolize the early days of Ventura County and its founder, Don Adolfo Camarillo. The riders are wearing black and silver Spanish costumes of early California. Now, here's a cute entry from the city of Carson, California. A family of teddy bears is traveling west across the desert to discover gold during the California Gold Rush. Packed tightly in a stagecoach, we see the bears using the old carrot-on-a-stick approach to get their horse to pick up the pace and beat the rush of other would-be gold miners. They won the Princess's Trophy for the most beautiful entry under 35 feet in length.
And what a title, California, Here We Come. And it's a result of a true community effort by the residents of the city of Carson. You know, they not only raised the money to build the float, but they joined in decorating the effort. It was great to see the young and old working together. They went from 7 to 73. We talked to the 75-year-old man up there. They were having a great time, and so are we. Here's the Tanner Appaloosa group. This is Marshal Jean Reek's Tanner's 19th Rose Parade appearance, and her husband Bob's 17th Rose Parade ride. And the Tanners are wearing matching red Western costumes, and they're riding on sterling silver-mounted hand-engraved saddles.
Discovered there's no place like home in this delightful entry from the folks at Better Homes and Gardens, real estate service. The family of dwarfs is busy at work and play. The father's giving the daughter a ride on his knee. The mother is returning with a basket of fresh flowers. The son swings from a tree branch while the twins play in their cradles. They won the Queen's Trophy for the best use of roses.
Isn't that something? Now, don't forget Grandpa and Grandma. I got to stick up for them. He's feeding a flock of birds while she offers a bottle of to a newborn rabbit. No wonder they won. Walnut and almond shells were used for the gnome's skin tone. Decked out in blue, white, and orange cavalry-style uniforms are the marching marshals from Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky. This award-winning band making its second appearance in the Rose Parade, and the youngsters are sounding good.
That's true, they did it very well.
Boy, don't you know, Benton, Kentucky is just watching every minute of this. And he should be.
They're not alone. Isn't everybody watching this right now?
Everybody. In fact, there's a sign up in Benton, Kentucky, I'll bet you. Closed. Watching the parade.
Here's a discovery for you. Imagine waking up to find yourself surrounded by little people. Delta Airlines' second Rose Parade entry depicts the classic tale of Gulliver's travels. Gulliver awakens from his sleep to find himself tied up and ridiculed by tiny strangers. Talk about rude awakening.
Yeah, a lousy wake-up call. Hey, but look closely at the big guy, and you'll see him smile. There he goes. The system, it's called animatronic, and it's used to create Gulliver's grin. And it's a Rose Parade first. This is Delta's second Rose Parade appearance, but that's a first. Gulliver. You know he got a basketball scholarship?
And now coming our way are the galloping gossips of Imperial Valley. Now, don't be fooled by their name, though. They're no bunch of busybodies, but a first-rate equestrian team that performs authentic square dance maneuvers. Marshal Deanne Lucky's group is decked out in their trademark costumes, long flowing skirts for the ladies, and chaps for the guys.
A wide-eyed baby explored the world around him in this entry from the Downey Rose Float Association. Now, the fun begins when the mischievous infant grabs the cat by the tail. Startled, the poor cat clings to the carpet for dear life. Now, when you look at this, notice the mobile rotating and the baby moving its head and eyes as the float makes its way down Colorado Boulevard. Don't go away. A lot more incredible sights to see as we continue our coverage of the 103rd Tournament of Roses Parade right here on NBC.
Come on and nutricize your body. Come on.
I've been nutricized. I went from a size 12 to a size 6. Now you could do it too, for a lot less. For a limited time only, lose 10 pounds free. Start to nutricize your life. Lose 10 pounds free when you call right now. But don't wait. Call 1-800-321-THIN now and lose 10 pounds free for a limited time only.
Our competition uses a very sophisticated, state-of-the-art, highly precise device to measure their cars. our car. The Accord from Honda.
Hi, join Hank Williams Jr., Sawyer Brown, Patty Loveless, Billy Dean, and me, Tammy Wynette.
For an all-new Hot Country Nights, NBC Sunday.
There's the big moment, the one we've been waiting for, Marcia. Everybody's waiting for, presenting the queen of the Tournament of Roses parade and her royal court.
Being crowned queen has been a thrill of a lifetime. On behalf of the Tournament of Roses and everybody here, I wish you a very happy and prosperous new year.
What a thrill. What a thrill that must be. How do you describe it?
I don't know. I've never won anything.
Number one in our hearts, Marcia.
Riding our way is the George Putnam Group. Marshall Putnam is atop his platinum Palomino Mr. Chips. For more than half a century, Putnam has been writing and reporting television and radio news. Yet this veteran newsman still finds time to raise award-winning thoroughbred horses. This is his 39th Rose Parade ride.
The Director's Trophy for Outstanding Artistic Merit in Design and Floral Presentation. You're looking at the winner. Mother and Father Swans set off with their young ones in tow in this Eastman Kodak Company entry called Family Outing. Off on a voyage of discovery, the young swans are introduced to the wonders of the world around them. These beautiful white swans are a symbol of grace, beauty, love, and elegance. Sounds like I'm describing you, Marcia.
Oh, aren't you sweet?
You know that is beautiful. Marshal Iron Eyes Cody leads the Indian group in a salute to the heritage and tradition of the Native American Indian. Iron Eyes is a member of the Cree tribe. His father brought him out west from Oklahoma in 1924 to work in a Cecil B. DeMille film called Squaw Man. It was the beginning of a film career that continues right to this day. And riding along with Marshal Cody is Jack Long as Buffalo Bill. There they are.
Everyone's got gold fever in this Wells Fargo Bank entry. It's also won the Governor's Trophy for the best depiction of life in California. The contagious fever sweeps through the mining camp. Miners clap their hands and stomp their feet to the fast and crazy melodies of the fiddlers and slide down water flues.
Oh, did you see that one? More than 100,000 roses and 60 different varieties were used to decorate this float. Singers and dancers you see on the float are from the California Music Theater. Gotta do it. Go. Go.
It's easy for you to say.
He won't go. There he goes. Imagine that, 100,000 roses of 60 different varieties. The Big Ten Conference champions are hoping to recapture the Rose Bowl trophy after the Pac-10's victory in last year's Rose Bowl game. There you see the Wolverines. The focal point of this float is a giant football, of course, and you can see it surrounded by goal posts, the Big Ten University's flag, and sculptured roses. Michigan, Heisman Trophy winner Desmond Howard, the Rose Bowl against the Washington Huskies. Michigan Marching Band. The University of Michigan Marching Band was the first Big Ten band to perform in the Rose Bowl game way back in 1948. Good-looking group, Marcia.
They sure are. Especially the third trumpet player.
I tell you, they got this crowd alive. A lot of Michigan fans here, as are Washington fans. But it's the Michigan fans, of course, reacting to their band.
With more coverage of the Tournament of Roses Parade live right here on NBC.
The new year means all new episodes of your favorite shows. On an all-new Cosby, a sexy night alone and feel interrupted. On an all-new Different World, is Freddie ready for her first time? Yes. Then on an all-new Cheers, it's a new hairstyle for Sam. Oops. All-new NBC Thursday.
I've been involved in fitness programs for over 15 years, and I've never seen people more concerned than they are today about the way they look and feel. At Shapes Health and Fitness Centers, we understand those needs, and we're concerned to make 1992 your year. Make this New Year's resolution this year come alive. Whether you're 18 or 80, Shapes has something for everyone. So listen to what a few of our members have to say.
I like coming to an all-women's facility because I feel very comfortable. I can come in and just work out. I don't feel pressured. I don't feel nervous like people are watching me.
I like coming to Shapes because it keeps me fit. And at my age, I should start thinking about staying fit.
Call Shapes today during our one-day-only open house. It's only $9.90 per month. That's only 33 cents per day to look and feel the way you deserve. We're open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Make 1992 your year. Today is the first day of the rest of your life, so make the call now.
The Central Kentucky Association of Volunteer Administrators will meet Thursday at noon at the Florence Crittenden home. Call 233-6023 for reservations.
The world-famous prep report, Friday on Nightside at 11.
The Lutheran Laymen's League reminds us that joy can be found within the family in this entry. Four angelic trumpeters herald the good news that we learn our values and develop our spirituality within the family circle.
When the League has chosen a stained glass depiction of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph to illustrate its message. This year marks the Lutheran Laymen's 41st year as participants in the parade.
Here comes a group to whom we owe a debt of thanks, members of the Valley Hunt Club who founded the Tournament of Roses in 1889. Marshal Nancy Denton leads the club's 1992 entry depicting the joy of a foothill picnic with a mint-condition Landau carriage made in Paris in 1876. The second carriage you see is identical to the one with which the club led the first Rose Parade on January 1st, 1890.
The family of Freemasonry pays tribute to the explorations of space and science with this entry titled Voyages of Discovery. A huge American eagle is mounted on an open history book. Displays. The pages illustrate the voyages of astronaut Buzz Aldrin, and as you can see, the famous pilot Charles Lindbergh. And take a good look, because on board, dressed as Ben Franklin, is Academy Award-winning actor Ernest Borgnine. There he is. He's joined by astronaut Gordon Cooper. That is some float. Ernest Borgnine is Ben Franklin. How do you like that?
Well, I'm sure it's a part he can play.
Gordon Cooper and actor Royal Dano. All members of the Freemasonry fraternity. You know, we talk about the people on the floats, but sometimes we forget about the horses, and there's one of country western's big stars, Dwight Yoakam, working on the horse. Fortunately, didn't pull up lame. Not Yoakam, the horse.
Yeah. What is it? Seems to be something wrong with his saddle, with his tack. Oh, his harness broke. That's what happened.
You thought that they could just sing country western song, the stars, huh? Look at old Dwight.
The good thing Dwight was here.
Lady says, wait a minute, I'll tell you what's wrong with him, Dwight. I'll do it.
Well, the horse is just raring to go. He wants to be part of the parade, too. You think his mom's watching back home?
Oh, Dwight, designated horse fixer. You have those things happen in the parade, and that's the joy of doing it live. There's no edits. This is live from Pasadena. And so far, Dwight Yoakam and his horse are the stars of the show.
Well, we'll be talking to Dwight in a little while, if he ever gets done with his second job.
Well, oh, the horse is not now, no. Joining the New Year's Day celebration is the Tournament of Roses president, Robert L. Cheney, with his wife, Ruthie, sons Richard and Ron, and their wives, Connie and Michelle, and grandson Aaron. He's got them all on there.
Good morning. Welcome to the 103rd Tournament of Roses Parade. On behalf of the hundreds of volunteer members of the Tournament of Roses, I want to wish you all a very happy and harmonious New Year, filled with great discoveries.
Stepping into the Rose Parade spotlight is the Springfield High School Marching Band from Springfield, Oregon. There are 132 members in this award-winning band, which has performed in Canada, Mexico, and across the West Coast. Springfield High is said to have the largest band program in the state of Oregon. Well, it looks like they got the horse all ready to go.
Yeah, the horse is all ready to go, and he'll be rejoining the parade as we watch this wonderful band. I can't help as I look at bands all the time, the hard work these youngsters put in to look as great as they do in parades.
The city of Alhambra, California has chosen a fanciful rocket ship for its 61st entry in the Rose Parade. Notice the giant floral pinwheel on the side, which adds to the fantasy of this colorful ship as it propels down Colorado Boulevard. Riding aboard Starship is an explorer known for his treks aboard the Starship Enterprise, actor George Takei.
You know, there's a reason they call it the Tournament of Roses. All these wonderfully decorated floats. This one, for example, chrysanthemum, silverleaf, sweet rice, poppy seed, lentils, statice, straw flowers. They cover the body of the rocket. Discover the Fascination is the title of this breathtaking entry from Malaysia, depicting its beauty and the many arts and cultures found there. An ocean scene is enhanced by 2 stilt houses native to Malaysia, as well as 2 animated fishing boats. Both boats' figureheads are replicas of the Hedalawate. That's a mythical bird used in royal ceremonies, and you didn't think I could say it.
You said it well. You really did.
And this one, this float, the international trophy for the most beautiful entry from outside the continental United States, and rightly so.
There's more ahead as we continue coverage of the Tournament of Roses Parade live from Pasadena, California, right here on NBC. Don't touch that channel selector. We'll be right back.
When Marjorie Godsick saw my picture in her mail, she entered the American Family Sweepstakes, and...
I won $10 million.
Because...
I returned the winning number in time.
Congratulations. My picture and the $10 million winning number may be in your mail right now. Return it in time, and you'll be set for life. Don't risk losing a $10 million fortune that can put you on easy street real fast. Look for my picture in your mail and enter at once.
When you're comfortable, you can really go places. Cherokee. Apparel, footwear, and accessories. Make yourself comfortable.
For years, Pledge has kept our furniture beautiful. Well, now New Pledge does even more. With a special dust-resistant formula called Dust Block, now Pledge actually repels dust. 2 weeks ago, I polished the word Pledge into this table. Watch. New Pledge repels over half the dust I'd get just dry dusting. Pledge with Dust Block, it actually repels dust.
Also try New Pledge Household Cleaner. Not a polish, but a liquid cleaner to deep clean all your wood surfaces. From SC Johnson Wax.
On Friday, January 17th, America finally sees what all the shouting is all about. Garth Brooks is coming to NBC.
The Ritz-Carlton Huntington Hotel calls its entry the Bridge to Discovery. The historical hotel's garden area and famed picture bridge are featured. Floral graphs of original paintings depicting early California are exhibited on the Oriental Bridge. Its school motto is commitment to excellence, a matter of pride. And the Air Academy High School Cadet Marching Band sticks to it. The Colorado Springs, Colorado Band has chalked up a host of honors. These kids are great.
I'm Stephanie Huck, and I'm from the Air Academy Cadet Marching Band in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We're proud to march in our first Tournament of Roses parade, and we'd like to extend a thanks and a Happy New Year to our friends in Colorado Springs.
Looking at the Grand Marshal's Trophy winner for the most creative design, the Grand Marshal's Trophy. And it's the Republic of Indonesia's float, and it highlights Moluccas, the Spice Island Christopher Columbus set out for 500 years ago. Endangered species, the birds of paradise, overlook the float with their cascading plumage. Exotic oversized orchids, weaved coconut leaves hanging from the ferns, and simulated waterfalls depict the tropical beauty of Moluccas. Whoa, is that gorgeous. There's the birds of paradise taking a good look at all of us.
Those are native dancers.
Now headed our way are the Spirit of the West Riders. Marshal Phil Spangenberger leads this newly formed Old West equestrian unit. Now each rider represents a different equestrian of the American frontier from 1840 to 1920. This group is the official parade unit of the Gene Autry Western Heritage Museum. All of the clothing and riding accessories are authentic representations of the 19th century frontier Americana gear. 1840 to 1920.
Saluting the spirit of discovery, Rotary International presents its entry entitled Time for Learning. This float symbolizes Rotary's current worldwide commitment to adults who have functional literacy problems. Children and adults witness the rebirth of spring as newborn chicks emerge from their nest and a caterpillar and butterflies explore blossoming tulips, narcissuses, and daffodils.
Gorgeous hues of roses, orchids, and gerbera daisies adorn the tree trunk. And the branches framing the ornately carved cuckoo clock are of bronze and rust chrysanthemums with white and gold highlights. Rotary International, it's an organization of more than 1 million business and professional leaders worldwide who provide humanitarian service, and that they do so well. The cuckoo clock. Beautiful butterfly. A lot of mechanical animation this year. Wonderful.
I think he's a little shy. That's why he keeps going back in there.
He thinks we're talking about it. Well, here's a guy who can't help but be all smiles today. Pasadena Mayor, the Honorable Jess Houston. He's riding down Colorado Boulevard. And with the mayor in an 1861 English carriage, members of his family.
From Springfield, Missouri comes the high-stepping, great-sounding Kickapoo High School Golden Arrow Band. The band is 195 members strong and is celebrating its 20th anniversary. This award-winning band is accustomed to dazzling a crowd. It has performed in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and the Cherry Blossom Festival.
And did you know, Marcia, that I began my baseball career as a 16-year-old, full of hair youngster in Springfield, Missouri?
I thought you were going to tell me you started at a Cherry Blossom Festival. I was wondering what you were throwing and catching.
No, 16 years old. Oh, ancient times.
Oh, I bet you were cute.
The opposing pitchers thought I was cute.
Here's a float that's sure to go over big with the little ones. The wonders of Mother Goose nursery rhymes are recreated and brought to life in Once Upon a Time, courtesy of the Sierra Madre Rose Float Association. On this float are tales of Humpty Dumpty, Jack and Jill, Hey Diddle Diddle, Little Bo Peep, and Mother Goose herself. Parade is a great place for young people to get together and have fun. And I see Tatiana Ali, one of the young co-stars of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, has made a few friends.
Happy New Year, Marcia and Joe. You're right, I'm having a great time. You know, I'm from Long Island, and I've always watched the Rose Parade on television, but being here is really terrific. The floats, the bands, all the people, it's great. Well, it's time to take a break in the action, but don't go away, because there's plenty more excitement to come as NBC continues its live coverage of the Tournament of Roses parades. Oh yeah, and don't forget to watch the action each week on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Bye.
When you're comfortable, there's no telling how far you can go. Cherokee. Apparel, footwear, and accessories. Make yourself comfortable.
Here comes something big from Extra Sugar-Free Gum. It's pink, it's got NutraSweet, and a great classic bubblegum flavor. It's new Extra Classic Bubblegum. And since it's extra, that big classic flavor lasts an extra long time. So if you're chewing something else, get ready for a tremendous breakthrough. And try new Extra Classic Bubblegum. Classic bubblegum flavor that lasts an extra long time.
You got kids? You've got germs.
Hold it.
You definitely need Liquid Dial. It has a special germ-killing formula other liquid soaps don't. And it's hardly worth getting soap on your hands if you're not killing germs. Liquid Dial. Kill the germs. Keep the kids.
Kickoff Championship Wednesday on NBC as Big East Power Syracuse battles the Buckeyes of Ohio State. The Hall of Fame Bowl coming up next on NBC.
Make it 3 in a row as the Pac-10s cheer. A giant football helmet decorated with chrysanthemums, carnations, straw flowers, silver leaf, and gladiolas is the focal point of this century. Washington Husky mascot.
Here with New Year musical greetings is the University of Washington Marching Husky Band and Rally Squad. They're stepping high and walking proud like the Pac-10 champions they are.
Marcia, let me ask you a question. Have you ever dreamed of escaping to some enchanted paradise?
A little while ago.
Well, okay. Feast your eyes on this float from the Unical Corporation. It's called Voyage to Paradise, and it's a family's fantasy of what a trip into paradise would be like. Flowers galore, rare birds, and animals tame enough to ride in an atmosphere of peace and serenity. Heaven just to look at it.
You know, to tell the truth, I'm ready to go, Joe.
All right.
$20,000 worth of orchids alone were used on this entry, which was decorated by Unical workers and their families. Unical has been a Rose Parade participant since 1936.
Hey, what would a Rose Parade be without an appearance by this guy? You recognize him. He's performing in his 58th consecutive Rose Parade. Monty Montana and his fellow riders, and they're all duded up in Western outfits and riding black and white quarter horses. Monty has performed around the world for more than 65 years, and he's been inducted into the Cowboy Hall of Fame in Oklahoma City. You ride him, cowboy!
share some of America's most memorable historical moments with this entry. You know, there was some trouble with this float earlier, but they got things fixed, and they're back in the parade, and they're getting a little help from a tow truck. But at first glance, it appears to be a large closed book. But as the float comes down the parade route, it opens and becomes a gigantic pop-up book featuring John Trumbull's famous painting, The Signing of the Declaration of Independence, with American flags waving from the frame. There's also the American bald eagle with the banner E Pluribus Unum, one out of many, in his beak, olive branches and arrows clutched in his claws.
The ingenuity of this float. Now, below the painting, the parchment roll of the document lies on a bed of roses next to an inkwell and a pen. On the left side of the book is the Mayflower, which carried the pilgrims to America. Look at that. That's the closed book effect.
Riding so the children can walk. That's what the Al Malika Silver Mounted Patrol has been doing for the past 28 years. The unit represents the 18,000 members of the Shrine Organization and the Shriners Hospital for Crippled Children in Los Angeles, as well as 21 other hospitals and burn centers in North America. Ride on, Shriners.
Environmental concern and protection should begin in our own backyards. That's the message the Arcadia Rose Float Association wants to get across. A garden area with a large tree and treehouse centerpieces the float. The treehouse is designed to resemble the famous Queen Anne house located at the Los Angeles County Arboretum in Arcadia.
You know, Joe, yellow ribbons are generally associated with the long-awaited return of a loved one. But here, it's symbolic of Arcadia's effort to save trees. On board the float, helping to promote environmental awareness, is the Arcadia Rose Queen and her court.
Good idea. Save the trees. And from New Hampshire comes the smart-looking, great-sounding Londonderry High School Lancer Marching Band. This is the first time the 200-member band has marched in the Rose Parade, and I'll tell you what a treat they are.
Hi, I'm Alana Suki from Londonderry, New Hampshire. We're honored to be the first band in color guard ever to represent the state of New Hampshire in the Rose Parade. Happy New Year from the Londonderry High School Lancers.
And we're happy they're here. There's more to come, so stay tuned to NBC's live coverage of the Tournament of Roses Parade.
Nothing carves the road like the new Prelude from Honda.
You've done a lot of hard things in your life. Like when your maternity leave ended. Going back to work seemed impossible. But a lot of things seem impossible until you do them. Like losing weight. Just call Weight Watchers. Our new quick control plan puts you in control fast. Weight Watchers knows you've got it in you to get it off you. We'll show you how.
When you're comfortable, there are no limits. Cherokee. Apparel, footwear, and accessories. Make yourself comfortable.
Why was someone so good?
You made it, son.
So gifted.
So where are you gonna go? Stanford.
So determined.
Watch your step.
Murdered without motive.
Why did your officer fire?
Was it a police department mistake?
Kid's got a clean record.
Or did he know something he shouldn't?
Why?
Based on a true story, Murder Without Motive, NBC, Monday.
Tomorrow morning on Today, a guide to surviving 1992.
We'll have financial tips for the new year and a flashback from today's memorable past.
Join us tomorrow morning on Today.
Gosh, you don't think that Londonderry High School band is a big one? They played us right through 2 commercials.
Well, I think it's worth it. They came all the way from New Hampshire. And from Pasadena, Texas, comes a float entitled Sky's the Limit, representing the petrochemical industry. Featured on the float is an oil well pumping floral gold atop a giant spur. On the side of the spur, we see the many products dependent on the petrochemical industry, including automobile plastics, computer hardware, clothing, and space equipment.
The floral oil shooting out from inside the oil rig is decorated with 6 varieties of roses. Red Success, Mercedes, Belinda, Gold Wave, Sun Glory, and Champagne. Sound like a ladies' basketball team.
Here comes the cavalry. Members of the B Troop 4th Cavalry from Arizona's Fort Huachuca promote the tradition of the United States Army during the 1800s. The men are dressed in authentic 1886 blue and gold cavalry uniforms, complete with sabers and carbines. They're an impressive-looking group, don't you think, Joe?
Yes, they are. Arizona, I'm living there now. Fort Huachuca. Been there. Five 9-foot-tall sculptured children, along with animals and adults lending a helping hand, represent a world of service in this float from the Seventh-day Adventist Church. A pathfinder plays crossing guard to a flock of geese. A teacher reads to her attentive pupils. A doctor and nurse care for their dolls, while a fireman helps a baby bird back into its nest. This is the national trophy winner for the best depiction of life in the United States. World of service.
You know, giant sunflowers made of bright yellow button chrysanthemum petals and 250 orange Mercedes roses filling each center dominates the garden setting.
Lending a helping hand, that would make a winner out of anybody, wouldn't it? Yes. I bet Mama's got the VCR going, so she'll see him 100 times this year. Making their first appearance in the Rose Parade is the Sure High Spartan Band and Spartanette Pageantry Corps from Montebello, California. 203-member band has won awards in some 90% of all competitions, parades, and festivals. And they're looking good in that dark green uniforms, and they're sounding great.
A giant teddy bear is off on a voyage of discovery as he captains a ship of sweets in this float from the Bakery, Confectionery, and Tobacco Workers Union. This bear's got plenty to satisfy his sweet tooth on the vessel loaded with donuts, candy, cakes, and cookies. The union calls this float Down to the Sea in Sweets. I'll say, talk about your good ship lollipop.
And on board this float of sweets is the king and queen of the St. Paul Winter Carnival. And an added attraction, the Queen of Australia's Begonia Festival. This is the Union's 43rd Rose Parade entry. There she is.
Is that Ruby Begonia?
No, she's from Australia.
There's no Australian's named Ruby? Being disabled need not be a disability is the message here from the American Riding Club for the Handicapped. This award-winning group has participated throughout Southern California in both Special Olympics and regular horse shows. They're riding in the Rose Parade for the 4th year. Leading the group is Marshal Frosty Kaiser. Every year, people from back east, up north, and down south come to Pasadena just to see this parade. And I see one guy from Kentucky who seems to be having a ball in this, 65 degree temperature?
Yeah, sure.
From Hot Country Nights, it's country music star Dwight Yoakam. Yo, Yoakam, how's it going?
Marshall, is it 55? It doesn't feel like 55, I'll tell you. Country Nights is hot, but this parade is sizzling.
Hey, Dwight, let me interrupt here. How did you fix that horse?
Joe, it was a feeble attempt. They had the rigging on upside down, so we sent him on his way with admonishing him to hold the bridle and the bit in his mouth. Anyway, don't forget to join the party each week on Hot Country Nights. They won't let me rig any horses on there either. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Make me rich, you say? How about $10 million rich next month when I'll announce the $10 million winning number? You get all new chances to be a millionaire, up to $10 million rich in the American Family Sweepstakes, the only one with my picture. The winning number may be in your hands right now, so be sure to look for my picture, enter at once. It could make you very, very rich just weeks from now.
There's a hunger inside you.
Train at 4,000 feet, and you'll be ready.
There's a hunger inside you.
Survive at 8,000, and you'll win.
Feel the hole deep within you. Be the soul through and through.
Snickers Bar, the official snack food sponsor of the 1992 U.S. Olympic team. Packed with fresh roasted peanuts, thick milk chocolate, and caramel, Snickers satisfies the hunger inside you.
There's a hunger inside you. And to be two people.
The more I push, the more it hurts. The more it hurts, the more I push.
Snickers salutes all the Olympic athletes whose hunger inside will never be satisfied.
There's a hunger inside you. There's a hunger inside us all.
Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
Squeaking by is the ingenious entry from Cal Poly Universities. Using their ingenuity, a group of brave seafaring mice in search of cheese, they've concocted a sailing vessel assembled from milk cartons, straws, toothpicks, matches, and a strange assortment of other kitchen utensils.
Most of the flowers used on the float are grown on the Pomona and San Luis Obispo campuses by students who design, construct, decorate, and finance the float. This is their 44th consecutive Rose Parade entry.
Aloha from the 120-member Hilo High School Viking Band. Returning to the Rose Parade for the second time, they're playing the Hilo March. Take a look at those band uniforms, man. Wish you were back on the Big Island, huh? Look at that bright blue. Get a load of this one, Marcia. It's a futuristic vehicle and it soars into the solar system in General Motors' United Auto Workers Rose Parade entry. Now, as the vehicle makes its way down the parade route, it rises high above the grandstand, as you can see. And I tell you, it gives added excitement. The animation system in this float is operated by a computer program located in the cockpit of the vehicle. The sweepstakes trophy for the most beautiful entry, you're looking at it.
You know, from head to toe, the float is 90 feet long. The neck of the space vehicle can swing both ways and go up 53 feet in the air. The float was decorated by GM UAW workers who donated more than 3,000 hours.
Look at the height. There you see the operator inside the cockpit. 90 feet long. Put it in perspective, that's home to first base. I used to run that once in a while. That's a long ways. Look at it.
In perspective for you, Judge. It doesn't tell me much about how long that is at all.
Is that creating some excitement, huh?
It's an amazing float, and we always forget these things are covered completely in flowers.
I think you said it all when they donated more than 3,000 hours to give us this float. Hand puppets they're waving.
Those are puppets of the ship, aren't they? From the futuristic space vehicle to a turn-of-the-century airship, sponsored by the city of Glendale, California, this floral aircraft comes complete with costumed riders who assist in the propulsion and navigation of their lighter-than-air craft. The pilot, as well as the cyclists aboard this unique float, all work for the city of Glendale. This is the city's 75th Rose Parade entry. With more coverage of the 1992 Tournament of Roses Parade live right here on NBC.
Jacqueline Smith is a detective who made one fatal mistake.
I'm investigating a case in which you're a prime witness.
She fell for her own murder suspect.
Maria.
What do I do?
Now, is she lost in the embrace of a lover?
What do you want? Thrills?
Or trapped in the arms of a killer? An NBC world premiere thriller, Sunday.
It's New Year's Day, the most important day of the year for you to decide which direction to choose for 1992. At Shapes, we have everything. Life cycles, Stairmasters, state-of-the-art exercise equipment, beginning and advanced aerobic classes, whirlpools, and much more. Let our members help you decide on your New Year's resolution today. Just listen to what they have to say.
The atmosphere is wonderful, and the people are encouraging. I can do what I want to because of my breathing problem. Nobody bothers me as far as going at another speed.
It is important to me that it is exclusively for women. You'll really feel a lot better about yourself. Just go do it now. Don't procrastinate and say that you'll go next week. Go do it today.
Call Shapes today during our one-day-only open house. We're open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's only $9.90 per month. That's only 33 cents per day to look and feel the way you deserve. We at Shapes can make you proud of that shape you're in.
50% off. 50% off the first month's prices when you rent to own a VCR from Curtis Mathis. That's $6 per week for the first 4 weeks, only from Curtis Mathis.
Got a news tip? Call the 18 News tip line, 259-1818.
The thrill of childhood discovery is celebrated in Kmart Corporation's third Rose Parade entry. And I bet you're saying right now, hey, I did that. Tin cans and a wire. The float looks at the thrill of discovery through the eyes of some of America's most well-known inventors. Orville Wright, seen as a boy with a paper airplane in hand, talking to Alexander Graham Bell through a homemade phone. Meanwhile, that's Ruth Wakefield. She offers her latest discovery, a chocolate chip.
Kmart is one of the sponsors of Invent America, a national nonprofit educational program and invention competition for elementary school children.
Stepping our way is the Carlisle High School band, known nationally as the Big Green Machine. This 220-member band is recognized for its precision, highly polished performance, and is one of Pennsylvania's most honored marching bands. Carlisle.
Good morning. I'm Laura Otten, one of the drum majors for Carlisle's 220-member Big Green Machine. We're so happy to be here and want to thank our community for its tremendous support.
La Cañada Flint Bridge celebrates the theme of discovery with its float, Sherlock Hounds, featuring a large Sherlock Hound with his 3 assistant pup hounds. They're trying to solve the mystery of the missing bone and a slice of cheese. Their search takes them from a small English town to the other side of a bridge, where they suddenly spot the culprit, a mouse making its getaway with the stolen goods on a satellite float.
35,000 whole flowers, 400 pounds of seeds, 200 plants, all used to create this dog and mouse chase.
This way are the Long Beach Mounted Police. They're not really police officers, though, but businessmen and women from the Long Beach area who have been named honorary deputy officers by the Long Beach PD. Marshal Lloyd Jones is leading this group of quarter horse riders. Looking at the winners of the Mayor's Trophy for the most outstanding city entry. And the city of Los Angeles salutes its new sister city, St. Petersburg, Russia, with this float. You can see it features a traditional Russian troika sleigh pulled by 3 horses in a colorful fairy tale style inspired by Russian folk tale illustrations. An added attraction on board the float is a delegation from St. Petersburg, some of whom are associated with the Russian Cultural Affairs Ministry. Float riders are all wearing authentic costumes contributed by the Russian Minister of Culture in Moscow. This is the City of Los Angeles' 81st Rose Parade entry. In keeping with the cultural exchange goals of the Sister City program, the parade is being broadcast in Russia for the first time.
How about that?
Among all the other changes in Russia, here's another first.
Another first. Another plus. And from Russia, we go deep in the heart of Texas, and the DeSoto High School Marching Band, decked out in Kelly green, gold, and white uniforms. This 320-member band is the 4-time grand champion of the University of Texas Arlington Marching Contest.
back with more live coverage of the 1992 Tournament of Roses Parade live from Pasadena, California, right here on NBC. So don't go away.
Come on and nutricize your body. Come on.
I've been nutricized. I went from a size 12 to a size 6. Now you could do it too, for a lot less. For a limited time only, lose 10 pounds free. Start to nutricize your life. Lose 10 pounds free when you call right now. But don't wait. Call 1-800-321-THIN now and lose 10 pounds free for a limited time only.
When you're comfortable, you can really go places. Cherokee. Apparel, footwear, and accessories. Make yourself comfortable.
Chug along. Pinstripe suits and high-heel shoes. The daily grind gives a boy the blues. Don't work me over, I know what works good. While the best thing though is so misunderstood. Just give me what the doctor ordered. Just what the doctor ordered. Just give me a Dr. Pepper, we want it. Whoa, just what the doctor ordered. The taste that's made to order, we love it.
Celebrating its Old South heritage, antebellum homes, and ancient moss-draped oaks, the city of Mobile, Alabama presents Discover Historic Mobile. Founded in 1702 and known as Azalea City, Mobile is one of the oldest cities in the United States. Riding on the float, dressed in pastel antebellum costumes, are Mobile's Azalea Trail Maids, who serve as goodwill ambassadors for the city.
The beauty with the trail maids, you can understand. But take a look at this float. The tree trunk covered with tree bark, Spanish moss, dendrobium orchids, carnations, roses. The deck gardens adorned with an abundance of azaleas from Mobile, as well as the gerberia, daisies, and roses. That's really colorful. Look at that.
8 ladies on horseback and 2 knights in armor depicting the era of Queen Elizabeth I make up the Living History Center's Riders of the Renaissance. This group of Elizabethan riders has ridden in an array of parades and captured numerous awards.
The Living History Center is a non-profit cultural and educational organization which produces the Renaissance Pleasure Fair.
And it's been pierced.
Must play in the NFL. Marcia, I take special pride in this one from my hometown of St. Louis, and the winner of the Lathrop K. Leishman Trophy is the most beautiful entry from a non-commercial sponsor. City of St. Louis takes Rose Parade spectators back to New Year's Day 1901. Shiny red horse-drawn trolley pulls up to the trolley stop at the old Raymond Hotel. Passengers come to see the Tournament of Roses Parade. And as you saw, 6 beautiful Clydesdale horses pull the trolley along its tracks to the Rose Parade route.
The scene depicted on this float was a common sight until 1905, when electric trolleys replaced the horse-drawn system.
Trophy winner. He was quite a guy. Very instrumental in Rose Bowl activities. I knew him. He was a real wonderful man. Look at those Clydesdales. Magnificent. If I had legs like that, I'd still be playing. Strong.
Be hard to get shoes, though, Joe.
Yeah, but if you can hit legs like that, they'd play you. Believe me.
And where would you wear the glove?
Legs like that, you wouldn't need a glove. All you do is hit. If you'd make enough money, you could hire somebody to catch the ball for you. Yes, sir, from the old hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, the Clydesdales. Always a joy to see them.
Here's the winner of the Animation Trophy for the best display of animation. Americans have always come up with ingenious ways to get around, and Arco salutes that inventive spirit with this whimsical float entitled America on the Move. It depicts 12 different modes of transportation used to discover and explore America, from the canoe to the space shuttle.
And I tell you, it's also special because in keeping with Arco's commitment to youth and the spirit of the new year, children from the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the Los Angeles County Department of Children's Services are among the carousel riders, and what a treat that must be. You know, Arco reminds us that adoption is one of the most important things America can do for its children.
Is not only the most beautiful of the parades, it's the most exciting. And down there on the street, joining in on the fun, is Connie Ray. TV viewers know her as Millicent Torkelson. Happy New Year, Connie.
Happy New Year, Marcia and Joe. I bet you can tell just by looking at me, I am having a ball. We didn't have anything like this back in North Carolina where I grew up. 1991 was an exciting year for me because I landed my role on the Torkelsons, but 92 is looking pretty good because it's starting off with this parade. The floats are fabulous, and there's more to come, so stay tuned for NBC's Tournament of Roses Parade live from Pasadena, California.
You've done a lot of hard things in your life, like going back to school after all those years. Being a student again seemed impossible. But a lot of things seem impossible until you do them. Like losing weight. Just call Weight Watchers. Our new quick control plan puts you in control fast. Weight Watchers knows you've got it in you to get it off you. We'll show you how.
During the course of one 60-minute workout, a body can be depleted of vitamins B6 and C, carbohydrates, and valuable potassium, all of which, it so happens, can be replaced by eating one Chiquita banana. So whatever you put out, put back. Chiquita, quite possibly the world's perfect food.
The new Civic CX from Honda. It won't break the bank.
It's 1992, and NBC's all new with an all-new Golden Girls and their all-new look.
Let's go pick out the teeth you'll wear tonight.
Then an all-new Walter and Emily will leave you breathless. And an all-new Empty Nest has things never before seen on television.
I see some little wieners.
Followed by an all-new Nurses, NBC Saturday.
You're looking at the winner of the Founders Trophy for the most beautiful entry, built and decorated by volunteers for the sponsoring organization, the Wonders of Childhood Discovery. Celebrating this float for the Burbank Tournament of Roses Association. See a young boy examines a praying mantis through his magnifying glass, and surrounding the boy, a living world of creatures, big and small, waiting to be explored. Insects move about in jars, and you see fish swim and jump. Mother duck and her ducklings chase a dragonfly. A rabbit plays hide and seek with a dog. Burbank calls this delightful entry Discovery Through the Eyes of a Child.
Making its second trip down Colorado Boulevard is Minnesota's Forest Lake High School Marching Band. In its 64th year, this marching band has performed coast to coast in New York's famed Macy's Parade, the World Series, and 14 NFL halftime shows. They're crowd pleasers, all right.
A world globe and a giant pair of sculptured doves with outstretched wings are the focal point of Oddfellows and Rebecca's Rose Parade entry. The doves are separated by the globe, and arched over the globe and doves is an oversized laurel wreath branch which has long been an international symbol of peace.
The giant dove has a wingspan of 27 feet. In Pursuit of Peace is the title of this magnificent float, promoting world peace and harmony through friendship, love, and truth. The Oddfellows and Rebecca's is a secret society that began in England in 1860. Its goal, to help the poor, the sick, and the indigent. NBC's live coverage of the 103rd Tournament of Roses Parade will continue, so don't go away. There's plenty of excitement ahead.
When you're comfortable, there's no telling how far you can go. Cherokee. Apparel, footwear, and accessories. Make yourself comfortable.
You can be a millionaire 10 times over just weeks from now. Your dreams can come true, too. Brumbelow's got great cars. Hamlin's their dream house. Knutson's a ranch. Robert, early retirement. Now, your dream. $10 million next month if you return the winning number in time. American Family, the only sweepstakes with my picture. You may have the winning number right now. So look for my picture and enter fast.
From Little Caesars, 2 pizzas, 2 Crazy Breads, plus 2 servings of Coke Classic, all for $7.98. It's enough food to make a family meal into a party.
Farmers Insurance honors America's Great Western Migration and the reliance of transportation during a bygone era, from the horse, steamboats, and bicycles to delivery wagons pulled by mules. A peaceful tableau of miniature Victorian homes, a rough country barn, windmills, a riverboat, and the Los Angeles City Hall are all featured in this nostalgic float entitled Discovering America.
The 1992 National Ambassador for the March of Dimes, 5-year-old Edward E.C. III of Florida, is riding on that float. There you see him. Edward E.C. III of Florida. He is the 1992 National Ambassador for the March of Dimes.
I think he's trying to figure out how the float works.
Headed our way now is the American Morgan Horse Equestrian Unit. Marshal Art Perry leads the group of riders outfitted in Western parade attire and seated atop silver saddles. The Morgan Horse, which has appeared in the Rose Parade for more than 40 years, is America's oldest horse. Boy.
release takes us on the ultimate voyage of discovery with its entry, Space, the Final Frontier. The Starship Enterprise orbits around the planet in an alien universe. Underneath the starship are two darting shuttles searching for the unknown, along with showering bright yellow meteors falling on the red and orange-colored planet.
Boy, the youngsters would say this is humongous. It's 4.5 stories tall. It's 100 feet in length. And this entry was not eligible for the float award competition because obviously it was oversized. Decorated the gigantic starship. It weighs 69,000 pounds. Imagine that, 4.5 stories tall, 100 feet in length, 69,000 pounds. Woo, that's a lot of spaceship. Put a number on that, you got a football team. Amazing, look at it. Wouldn't it be some if you got that in your backyard and it said batteries not included?
It would be something if I could get that in my backyard, Joe.
You'd have the neighbors talking, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because I'd have something sitting in their house.
Well, everybody's house.
Make way for the Lincoln High Marching Band from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Decked out in powder blue, black, and white uniforms, this band is looking good and sounding great. This award-winning group has traveled coast to coast and picked up more than 150 awards along the way. Continue with our Voyages of Discovery when we return with more live coverage of the 1992 Tournament of Roses Parade right here on NBC. Don't go away.
Designed to run like a watch. Just strap it on.
Come on and nutricize your body.
Stop! I've been nutricized. I went from a size 12 to a size 6. Now you could do it too, for a lot less. For a limited time only, lose 10 pounds free. Start to nutricize your life. Lose 10 pounds free when you call right now. But don't wait. Call 1-800-321-THIN now and lose 10 pounds free for a limited time only.
When you're comfortable, there are no limits. Cherokee. Apparel, footwear, and accessories. Make yourself comfortable.
I crave snacks, but sometimes those calories have to be tabled. No problem. I've got Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. The great taste I love and only 10 little calories. Instead of munching, I enjoy pure chewing satisfaction.
From the City of Hope National Medical Center, City of Duarte, comes 80 years of discovery. You can see a very dapper penguin. He's left the cool regions of the southern hemisphere on his own voyage of discovery aboard an iceberg, which he floats down Colorado Boulevard. And no rough seas for this guy, Marcia.
No, well, the City of Hope is a national cancer institute and is celebrating its 80th birthday this year. Riding on the float are City of Hope pediatric patients Eric Larry, Robert Healy, and Katie Thunell.
novelty equestrian group. The Shady Ladies of the Mother Lode is what they call themselves. I don't know another group that calls themselves that. It's a side-saddle equestrian group founded 5 years ago, and they're dressed in flamboyant, handmade 1800 fashions. The ladies all ride using silver Western headstalls.
The Knights of Columbus salute the many voyages of Christopher Columbus with this scaled replica of the Santa Maria. The ship gently rocks over ocean waves as parchment scrolls of manuscript maps, sea charts, and copperplate engravings intertwine through the waves of water.
You know, to ensure detailed replications, extensive research was conducted of the Santa Maria, Columbus's coat of arms, Band of Discoverer's flag, the flag of St. John, and the Royal Standard pennant. And there's old Chris. How you doing, Chris? Boy, for a guy who didn't know where he was going, he ended up in good shape, didn't he?
Isn't that true? I mean, that's true. And his great-grandson, great-great-great-great-grandson's here,
That's
too.
right.
Along with, of course, Congressman Ben Nighthorse.
You know, it's hard to believe. You almost take it for granted after a while, all the flowers.
It's hard to take that many flowers for granted.
It really is, but you look at it and you say, look, it's a boat, but it's flowers. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. FTD honors the theme of this year's parade by celebrating the importance of international arts and culture in our world. Their float entitled Discover the Arts. The Mikado depicts a scene from the Gilbert and Sullivan operetta and brings the richness of 19th century Japan to life through the beauty of flowers. Among the tranquil gardens of bonsai, azalea, and water lilies, 8 sculptured figures discover the beauty of nature. That's the winner of the Isabella Coleman Trophy, the best presentation of color harmony. Judging must be difficult.
It must be impossible. Marshal Kenneth Brown leads the California Pinto Rangers Equestrian Unit. The Rangers are a parade and drill group riding black and white Tobiano Pinto horses with black silver-mounted tacks. Each member of the group owns, trains, and maintains their own horse.
The President's Trophy winner. The President's Trophy for the most effective use and presentation of flowers. And as poet Emily Dickinson wrote, there's no frigate like a book. And the tales of the mythical Dr. Dolittle and his animal friends are enjoyed as much today as they were when they were first published in 1920. Dr. Pepper celebrates the whimsical journeys of the Doctor with this float, featuring an enchanting tropical setting with a few of Dr. Dolittle's famous fantasy friends.
There's Push Me, Pull You, the two-headed llama, the great pink sea snail, Polynesia, the parrot, Jip, the dog, Sophie, the seal, and Chi-Chi, the monkey. Giant sculptured flowers and leaves complete the colorful voyage into the imagination. There's Chi-Chi.
From Hemet, California comes the Hemet High School Bulldog Marching Band. Decked out in red, white, and gold uniforms, this good-looking group has toured Canada, Europe, Japan, and the United States, and obviously captured many awards. This great-sounding band is on record, and recently, believe it, they released the first compact disc.
The boogie band section.
Lazy Boys on a roll with its third Rose Parade entry depicting the California Sierra Nevada Gold Rush country. You see a rickety rail network wraps around two mountains carrying working miners in and out of the gold-filled caverns. Meanwhile, other miners are hard at work panning for gold, bringing in equipment on mules and operating Sutter's Mill in this 1850s gold rush scene. What a sight. A lot of mechanical treats in this parade this year. Great.
The 1992 Tournament of Roses Parade has been sponsored in part by Honda, maker of fine quality automobiles. Test drive a Honda at your local dealer today. By Nutrisystem, Nutrisize your life. And by Cherokee, apparel, footwear, and accessories. Make yourself comfortable.
That was fantastic. What a terrific way to start the new year. The parade was awesome, but we're not finished yet. There's more excitement to come.
You got that right. Get the popcorn ready, because we've got a great day of football coming right up, starting with the Hall of Fame game. Syracuse takes on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Next up, the Fiesta Bowl. It's Penn State against Tennessee, followed by the Federal Express Orange Bowl, #1 Miami against Nebraska.
So stay tuned. Happy New Year, everybody, and Happy New Year, Joe.
Happy New Year to everybody, and Happy New Year to you.